Hi, my name is Anna and I work for VIPKID.
Hey guys, my name is Saunder and I work for GOGOKIDS. And in this video, we're going to give you a crash course on everything you need to know about VIPKIDS and GOGOKIDS. Everything from getting hired to taxes to successful first steps.
So let's start with what is it? GOGOKIDS and VIPKIDS are online platforms that allow you to work anywhere in the world and be your own boss. Classes are one-on-one 25-minute sessions in 30-minute slots. Both companies have incentives and pre-made lesson plans, and there are no minimum and maximum hours required. Now let's take a look at the differences.
Let's look at the differences between the pay rate. VIPKIDS pay rate is $14 to $22 an hour, while GOGOKIDS pay rate is $14 to $25 an hour. VIPKIDS estimated training time is around 15 hours, while GOGOKIDS estimated training time is 16.5 hours. VIPKIDS also gives you a TESOL, or a teaching certificate, while GOGOKIDS has you get your TESOL within 30 days from your contract. So now let's talk about how these companies sort of give you incentives as well as give you penalties if you do things right or wrong. So let's look at VIPKIDS. VIPKIDS has an incentive/penalty system. So this is basically like, if you do something good, you get incentives. If you do something wrong, you get penalties, and this ultimately affects your dollar. Now with GOGOKIDS, they do this on a point system. So if you do good, you get points. If you do bad, you get points taken away. This all aligns with its sort of credit system, and this all ultimately affects your payment. So let's go into payment a little bit more. VIPKIDS payment plan is they have a minimum pay of $7 to $9 per class. They also have a participation incentive, so that's if you show up on time, you're doing a good job, you deserve an extra dollar. They also have another incentive where if you do 45 or more classes within a month, you get an extra dollar. And I don't know if you guys see that right on the side there, that is a ×2 because there are 2 classes within an hour. All of this ultimately makes your total pay of $14 to $22 an hour. So now let's talk about more of the bonuses with VIPKIDS. Right now they have a $100 bonus per teacher referral. They also have $2 bonus for classes that are booked within 24 hours. They also give you $5 for students that sign up after your trial. They also give other monthly incentives, and then there is the Hutong rewards. Now let's look at GOGOKIDS' financial system. They give you a $7 to $10 base pay per class. So this is based off of your credentials as well as your interview performance. Now, this is where the credit score comes in. So, as you remember, they give you points if you do good, they take away points if you do bad. Well, if you have a credit score of 110, you get 110% of your base pay. Now, if you have a credit score of 120, you get 125% of your base pay. This ultimately makes it so you can make anywhere between $14 to $25 an hour with GOGOKIDS. So now let's talk about the bonuses with GOGOKIDS. GOGOKIDS gives you a $120 bonus per teacher referral. They also give you $10 for a student that signs up after a trial class, and then they also have many other incentives.
Let's move on to the next step, getting hired. Let's take a look at VIPKIDS first. They have 2 main requirements. Number 1 will be eligibility, and 2, the training. So first of all, let's see if you're eligible. You have to legally be able to work in the US or Canada, although you can work from anywhere in the world. You need 2 or more years of experience with children. This can be anything from teaching, tutoring, coaching, babysitting. You also will need a computer or laptop, stable Wi-Fi, webcam, and a headset with a microphone. And you need a 4-year bachelor's degree. It can be in any field. And of course, you need to be a native English speaker. So when you sign up for VIPKID, first you're going to input your basic information. You must meet the eligibility we just went through to move on to the next step. Then you will send a demo lesson, and you have 4 options. My favorite one is A, which is a smart demo. It only takes 10 minutes and you need the phone app. Then option B and C will be done on your laptop, and it can either be a live or recorded demo, and each takes about 30 minutes. And option D is the coaching day event. So you would attend an on-site location for some training. Then you can move on to the certification stage. And for that, you will have to take mock classes. You can either get certified for lower levels 2 and 3, and or intermediate levels 4 and 5, so you can work with older kids. And if you pass, which I'm sure you will, you move on to the final stage. For that, if you don't have one already, you will need to complete a TESOL, teaching English for students of other languages. It says it takes about 10 hours and 45 minutes, but you can get it done in less. It all depends on how you study. Then you will go ahead, upload your documents, set up your profile, which is so important because this is how parents book you. And finally, you can go ahead and sign your contract. Let's take a look at GOGOKIDS.
So GOGOKID's eligibility is around the same as VIPKIDS, just the only difference is they do not give you that TESOL. You have to get it within 30 days from your contract start date. So now let's look at their training. So with GOGOKIDS training, you have to complete an online application. You need to meet the basic information. So that takes about 30 minutes. Then you need to schedule an interview / do your interview. Your interview takes about an hour. It makes it so that you do a 10-minute session where you just teach a very basic class. You go over some skills with the other teacher, and that's about it. From this point, then you need to attend an orientation program. This is just a series of videos that you have to watch that just give you detailed information about the entire company, everything that you need to know. After that, you take an orientation quiz, so it just makes sure that you saw the video, you know what you're doing, you've seen the details of what's going on in this company. From this point, you go to the one of many live training sessions. This takes about an hour. Then from there, you do a one-on-one mock class training session, and this takes about an hour. This is where you demonstrate your skills to another teacher, and this is your final place to be able to present before you go into a classroom. And from this point, you need to submit your paperwork, which takes about 30 minutes, and then finally sign your contract. And remember guys, you need to get that TESOL within 30 days from your contract start date. And the TESOL takes an estimated 10 to 11 hours to fully complete. Alrighty guys, now let's get into taxes. So when you work for GOGOKIDS or VIPKIDS, you're considered to be what's called an independent contractor. So you're required to file additional forms and set aside money every year between 15 to 30% of your earnings to set aside for taxes at the end of the year. And this 15 to 30% is made up of your state tax as well as your federal tax. Now you need to file a W-9 upon hire and collect a 1099 form at the end of the year. Then prepare an expense list. So there's exclusive tax deductions such as tech requirements, teaching materials, markers, props, toys, cards, laminating materials, organizational items, and office space, etc. So from this point, you need to fill out a Schedule C and a Schedule SE form with all the expenses and calculate your total profit as what's called self-employed. Then you need to fill out the Form 1040 and pay your taxes, and that's it. So now let's talk about one of the most, if not the most important step in your process, and that's steps for success. And what I think the steps for success are is find as much knowledge as possible. And I believe that you can go and find all this knowledge on your own, but a great resource is finding a mentor. So what can a mentor do for you, and what sort of mentor suits your needs? Well, what a mentor can do for you is it can give you detailed information. They can also provide you with tools and support necessary to get hired. So this can be props, tips, and of course love. But what can we do for you?
We would love to be your mentors, and if you choose to work with us, we will provide all of the above, plus edit your introduction video for free.
Your introduction video is so important because this is the first way that parents can see who you are, what you're about, and your energy levels. This is so important to have a professionally made intro video because it's just a way to make it so you can have stabler money as well as you can potentially get more money. All you need to do is send us just your basic video of you introducing yourself, and then give us your desired content that you want to have within your video, and we'll professionally make everything for you and make it so that you can have steady bookings as well as get you the most money that you deserve.
Now let's talk a little bit about our next tips, which would be to be professional. So as we just mentioned, your profile photo, introduction video, and biography are your selling points to the parents. That's why we want to help you with all these different points. Also, make sure you're punctual because all incentives and bonuses are based on your punctuality. Tip number 3, be you and build rapport. Parents love high-energy teachers, but the most important thing is to give to the specific needs of your student and connect with them. And our last tip, have fun! Teaching is such a rewarding job.
And if you guys feel like we can help you, or there's anything else that we can provide for you, or you just genuinely want your free introduction video, please use our referral codes. Like I said, my name is Saunder, I work for GOGOKIDS.
And I'm Anna and I work for VIP Kids.
Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we appreciate you guys taking the time out of your busy day to watch our video.